Okay, this is a short tutorial showing you how to apply what we have learned in English to Mathglish into word problems with shapes, okay? So as you can see here, as we discussed in class, you see the shape, which is a rectangle. So all the shapes we're going to use here are rectangles. I have also included the formula for area and perimeter. So as you can see, area is length times width. Length is the up and down part. Width is the left to right part. Another thing you need to be aware of is that opposite sides of a rectangle are equal, okay? So we use this symbol, okay? So each side has one dash. That means that the length of this side is equal to the length of the other side. So now I'm going to put two dashes here to symbolize that the length of this side, the measure of this side, is the same as the other side. So instead of writing width is equal to 3x plus 5 and the length is equal to x minus 2, if you see these symbols, then you know that they have the same measure, okay? So once you have that, all you need to do is to write out the equation. And all you need to do is to substitute the values for length and the value for width as such. Area is equal to length times width. And remember, we studied solve by substitution, okay? Length is x minus 2. Width is 3x plus 5. Okay, and we use the old man, okay? So this times this, this times this, this times this, this times this. So x times 3x is 3x squared. Then we have negative 2 times 3x is negative 6x. 5 times x is positive 5x. Negative 2 times 5 is 10, negative 10. And then simplify. 3x squared, and this simplifies to minus x minus 10. And that's it. You know how to expand. That was one of our lessons like a couple of weeks ago, okay? So now let's work on perimeter. Let me just move this a little here, okay? So perimeter is the sum of all sides. So that means this plus this plus this plus this, okay? So there are several ways of writing this. First, I can just do exactly what I did, okay? This plus this plus this plus this. So you end up with 3x plus 5 plus x minus 2 plus 3x plus 5 plus x minus 2. Okay, but this method can lead to some mistakes because you are looking at so many terms. So there's another way of doing this, okay? You could do, since you know that this side is equal to this side, that means you are adding them twice. So you can just use 2 times 3x plus 5 plus 2 times x minus 2. And then we expand, okay? 2 times 3x, then 2 times 5, which gives you 6x plus 10. And do the same thing with the other side, okay? Which will give you plus 2x minus 4. And then simplify, okay? So these two are like terms. And these two are constants, and therefore they are like terms as well, which gives you 8x plus 6, okay? So P, or the perimeter, is 8x plus 6, while the area is 3x squared minus x minus 10. Now, I am going to, okay, copy this because we're using this for the next question. Okay, so as you can see here, the value for perimeter is given. We know perimeter is 86. So let's solve by substitution and solve for x, okay? So since we know perimeter is 86, I already replace p by its value, 86, okay? Is equal to 8x plus 6. And then do the same thing, solve for x. Minus 6, minus 6 gives you 8x is equal to 80, okay? Divided by 8, divided by 8, x is equal to 10. So now that we know that x is equal to 10, we can now solve for area because we know the value of x. And all we need to do now is to solve by substitution. Area is equal to 3, okay, 10 squared, because we know x is equal to 10, minus 10. See what I did? I just substituted x for the value of 10. Okay, BIDMAS, do brackets first. So this becomes 3 times 100. And I simplify this already to negative 20. A is equal to 300 minus 20. A is equal to 280. Okay, so that's how you do this one. So the next one is the same thing, except that, okay, leveling up. We now need to find out what the width is of the red rectangle. So we know that the full width, the width of the big rectangle is 10x plus 4. And the width of the blue rectangle is 7x minus 2. So all you need to do is to subtract this one from this, from the width of the big rectangle, okay? So we can write this as, okay, width of the red rectangle is, okay, how did we skip to that page immediately? Is 10x plus 4 minus bracket 7x minus 2. Now, why did we need to bracket this one? Because we are subtracting the whole two terms, both terms. So that means we have to distribute the negative sign to everything in the bracket, okay? So that's why we needed to put it in brackets. So let's simplify this. This becomes, so we'll do it over here. W is equal to 10x plus 4 minus 7x plus 2. Okay? Now we have two like terms here. Okay? So those are like terms. We can simplify. So W is equal to 3x plus 6. So the width is 3x plus 6. Then we do the same thing. Okay? We know that in a rectangle, this red rectangle that we're talking about, okay, this is the length of those opposite sides are equal. So that means this side is also 3x plus 6. And the length is also 2x plus 3. Because in rectangles, opposite sides are equal. Okay? So the area again is equal to length times width. So the length is 2x plus 3 times the width, which is 3x plus 6. Because remember, it is not this one, it's this one because we're talking about the red rectangle, okay? And so let's solve this using grandpa. Okay, so we have 2x times 3x gives you 6x squared. Okay, and then 3 times 3x followed by 2x times 6 gives you plus 9x plus 12x. And then lastly, okay, 3 times 6 gives you 18. Okay, again, we have like terms. They are like terms because their variables are the same and it has the same index, okay? And we end up with the area being 6x squared plus 21x only, okay? Because we are adding, we are not multiplying, therefore you don't square the x. plus 18. Okay? And the perimeter is the sum of all sides, okay, which is equal to, so let's use the shortcut. Since we know these two are equal, we can just put in 2, 3x plus 6 plus 2, 2x plus 3. And do your expansion. So this becomes 6x plus 12 plus 4x plus 6. Like terms, these are like terms, okay? And these are like terms because they are constants, okay? So P is equal to 10x plus 18, okay? And I will leave it up to you, okay, to solve the next page because this is the same, okay, as the other one. If you know that P is equal to 120, so all you have to do is to substitute, okay, to substitute P for 120, 10x plus 18, okay? So that's all you need to do in order to solve this. Okay, so the next one is, it's the same process. The only thing that I added here was, okay, the width of this rectangle is twice the length, okay? So this is how to show it, okay? The width is twice this one. So simplify gives you 2x plus 2. And then all you need to do is the same thing. We know that this side is equal to this side. This is equal to this. So your area will be length times width, which is x plus 1. And then the width is 2x plus 2. And you can calculate that. While the perimeter would be 2x plus 2 plus 2x plus 1. Again, it's because, okay, perimeter is the sum of all sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so these two are equal, hence, okay, 2 times 2x plus 2. And these two sides are equal. That's why it's 2x plus 1. Okay? And again, this is the same thing. Once you calculate for area and perimeter, you can use perimeter to solve for x, and then you can substitute x to calculate for the area. So the last one, the challenge, okay, the best way to do this is to actually calculate all the sides. So for example, if you look at this one, okay, we know that this, the red one is equal to each other, okay? So this is equal to this. So what does that mean? This side is 3x minus 21, okay? We know that this, let me choose a lighter color, okay. We know that this is equal to this. So we can write it now as this side is 3x plus 24 also, okay? So if we know that this side is 3x plus 24 and the length of this whole side is 8x plus 25, okay, how will you calculate for this length of the red box, okay, the red square? Again, if this whole length is 7x plus 14 and this part of the big rectangle is 3x minus 21, how then will you calculate for this? Okay, and once you're able to do that, then there's no problem calculating for the area of green, red, and purple. Okay, so I will stop the tutorial there to give you a chance to work it out, and then yeah, I will post the answers later and we can talk about it. So remember, DS and EE problems are just simple problems, okay, when you chop it up into easy to work with parts, okay? So if you start with that, see, this one is just, okay, putting together what you know when we did this one. Except this only has 2 parts to that rectangle, while this one has 3 parts to the rectangle. But you can still do it if you do it step by step, okay? So hopefully this helps. Make sure to ask me questions if you don't understand way before we have our CFUs, okay?